10 villains. With that being said, let's get started. Let's dive right in with our number 10 pick, Silver Swan. Now, there are several women who have claimed the title of Silver Swan throughout the years, but really, only the first Silver Swan was a true enemy of Wonder Woman. The original, Helen Exandros, was a former ballerina who was constantly rejected because of her blemished, ugly duckling appearance. After a performance in an ancient Greek temple, she cries out to the gods for help and is answered by Ares, who transformed her into the Silver Swan, a beautiful woman capable of flight, super strength, and a swan song that could cause terrible destruction. She could only transform for an hour at a time though, but Ares said he would grant her permanent transformation if she was able to defeat Wonder Woman. However, Silver Swan failed multiple times to bring Wonder Woman down, and Ares eventually stripped her of her powers forever. Number 9 is Ares. Now, in Greek mythology, Ares, otherwise known as Strife, is the goddess of chaos and discord. Perhaps Ares' most heinous act was when she meddled in the first cultural exchange between Themyscira and the world of man. She began to sow seeds of doubt between the two parties, and then captured Wonder Woman, replacing her with a duplicate to further the chaos. Wonder Woman was eventually freed, and Ares was destroyed, but many Amazonians and men were killed before this could happen. Though they've clashed multiple times, they've also been uneasy allies before, which is true for many of Diana's Olympian foes. Number 8 is Giganta. Now, Giganta's origin has changed multiple times ever since she first appeared way back in Wonder Woman issue 8. But she's always been a big thorn. A big thorn in Wonder Woman's side. Long story short, Giganta is Dr. Dora Zul, a scientist with a fatal blood disease that led her to try and swap bodies with Wonder Woman. Instead, she swapped bodies with a gorilla, and since she didn't want to be a gorilla, like most people, she switched again with a strong woman from a traveling circus. She then found out that she could grow in size and strength to massive proportions, and vowed to defeat the Princess of the Amazons. Number 7 is Apollo. One of Zeus's favorite sons, Apollo is able to seize control of Olympus when Zeus goes missing. He banishes Hera from Olympus, making her mortal, and begins to mount an army of faithful gods and warriors. However, he's beaten by Wonder Woman when she threatens the life of his sister, Artemis, and forces him to return Olympus just the way it was. Number 6 is Maxwell Lord. Maxwell Lord started off as something of a hero, and he even helped organize and bankroll a new Justice League when the original team disbanded. It wasn't until years later, though, when Maxwell's true intentions were revealed. You see, Maxwell Lord is actually a master manipulator, has the extreme power of mind control, and is one of the greatest criminal masterminds on Earth. Once he revealed his plan to take over the world, he killed Blue Beetle in cold blood and took control of Superman's mind, forcing the Man of Steel to go out and kill Wonder Woman. Realizing that she had only one way out, Wonder Woman is forced to break Maxwell Lord's neck, freeing Superman and ending Lord's evil schemes. Number 5 is Dr. Psycho. Dr. Psycho was introduced in Wonder Woman issue 5 as a murderous psychopath with an intense hatred of women. While he started off as kinda a silly villain, mostly because of his short stature and humorous look, Edgar Sisko has evolved into a violent sadist with a powerful hatred of Wonder Woman. He uses his powerful mind control powers to torment Diana and often does work alone, teaming up with other villains to bring down the Amazon princess. Number 4 is the Firstborn. Now, the Firstborn doesn't really have a name, but he is the firstborn son of Zeus, and was doomed to spend eternity trapped in the Earth's core after defying his father. However, after a millennia of pain and suffering, the Firstborn broke free and declared war on all of Zeus's offspring and the gods of Olympus, which included Wonder Woman. The Firstborn destroyed basically everything in his path, killing Ares, Apollo, Hades, waged war against Themyscira, and conquered Olympus. Wonder Woman was almost unable to overcome him because of his superior strength and ruthlessness, but was eventually able to throw him from Olympus, dooming him to fall forever. Number 3 is Ares. The god of war and the princess of the Amazons have occasionally been uneasy allies, but more often than not, Ares' schemes have brought him into direct conflict with Wonder Woman. He's also one of her oldest enemies, appearing all the way back in Wonder Woman issue number 1. Interestingly, Diana actually took over Ares' mantle as the god of war when Ares was killed by the firstborn, bringing a nice close to their long-ending rivalry. Number 2 is Circe. Now, Circe is a legendary sorceress from Greek mythology who acts as a supervillain and as a chief antagonist for Wonder Woman. She first came into conflict with Wonder Woman when she believed that Diana was a part of a long and ancient prophecy, a prophecy that was supposed to grant Circe immense power. She tried to kill Diana in order to enact the prophecy, but failed. Instead, she started a long career of menacing the Amazonian warrior, becoming one of her most dangerous villains. Finally, the greatest Wonder Woman villain is Cheetah. Now, there have been a long line of villains who have taken up the mantle of the Cheetah, but perhaps the most ruthless of the bunch is Barbara Minerva. Barbara was an archaeologist who used an ancient ritual to turn herself into the cheetah, the avatar of the god Urskataga. However, she didn't meet the requirement of being a virgin, so Barbara was cursed by the god to eat the flesh of men. She originally came into conflict with Wonder Woman when she tried to steal Diana's golden lasso of truth, and has been the quintessential Wonder Woman villain ever since. So that's it. That's the top 10 Wonder Woman villains. What do y'all think? Who is your favorite Wonder Woman villain? Sound off in the comments down below.